welcome to this special broadcast. With me in the studio, Anand Narsimhan, right here, and also Shivani Gupta. Anand, it's an important battle, as they say. What is at stake for the BJP, according to you?
Well, 2.5 decades of the BJP in power in Gujarat. It is perhaps wanting to erase the shock of the last time when they just about got up to 100, and that is something which Prime Minister Narendra Modi would want to do away with, ladies and gentlemen. The Himachal Pradesh goes to polls on the 12th of November. There is so much that is at stake for the BJP ahead of the 2024 elections. A sweeping change of the government 1.5 years to the time that this government completes its tenure as on February 18th, 2022. And with the expectation that this time around, the mission is to get at least 150 seats. It's all. And who's there in the opposition for them? Is it the Congress? Is it the Aam Aadmi Party riding on the success of Punjab, wanting to make a dent? Well, all of that.
And Anand, for the moment, it appears to be a one-horse race. And Shivani, all of us who have covered the elections on the ground, we often talk about pro-incumbency or anti-incumbency. And how do you define when a party returns to power? It is the party that is returning to power, or a party which is continuously uninterrupted winning a state, not the chief minister. Because in the past, what we have seen in Tripura, multiple states, it is the face that wins a state, not the political party. So for the BJP, there's much more in it.
Yeah, you know, last time around, as Anand was saying, and we'll show this on our magic wall, they did come as close as it has ever gotten for the BJP in losing that citadel of Gujarat. But a lot has changed since 2017. And it's not even about what happened in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. The scenario has changed. The politics in Gujarat has changed. What has remained constant is BJP politics. What has changed is the opposition politics.
Absolutely. So the Election Commission of India is going to hold a press conference at 12 p.m. to announce the schedule of the Gujarat Assembly polls. The tenure of the present assembly in Gujarat is all set to expire on February 18th next year. And remember, the BJP has been ruling the state for nearly 25 years. Yes, you heard that right, 25 years. Meanwhile, the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party is trying to make an entry, and certainly they are feeling upbeat after their victory in Punjab. Will they be able to make any kind of impact? Well, for the moment, let's get the reporters on the ground. Arunima is joining me live from Vigyan Bhavan, where this announcement will be held. I can see Pallavi Ghosh live with us. We also have Rupashri Nanda, who covers the Aam Aadmi Party for us, and also Siddhant. He is the reporter on the ground outside in Ahmedabad, where that key meeting is being chaired by Home Minister Amit Shah. Arunima, coming to you first. There was a lot of anticipation last time around when the Election Commission held that press conference, whether it will be a joint announcement of Himachal and Gujarat. Do we really now, you know, that's settled perhaps? It was Himachal, then 8th December is when the counting will be held for Himachal. Will it be joint counting this time around as well? And what are you picking up? So, two-phase election this time as well?
See, that is what we are all guessing. Why? Because CEC said that he's following convention.
Yes.
When he was asked as to why Gujarat polls were not announced along with Himachal, he said because we are following convention. And what was the convention? Before 2017, both these states have been going to polls together. But in 2017, owing to the Gujarat floods, Election Commission decided to hold the elections in Himachal and Gujarat separately. And that is what CEC quoted this time around when he said that we are following convention. However, since the polling date of 12th November and counting date of 8th December, there is so much gap in what Himachal Pradesh is seeing. What was announced by EC, speculations were rife that perhaps the counting for Gujarat will also happen on 8th December as well. So what were the polling dates like? Last time the state of Gujarat went to vote. The state of Gujarat voted in two phases, December 9th and December 14th. And finally, results were announced on 18th of December. So if you follow that convention, now from 18th of December in 2017, you're looking at 8th December. So 10-day, EC has forwarded the counting date. If you look at the dates, then two-phase election of December 9th and December 14th, if convention is followed, perhaps today also EC will announce a two-phase election with dates tentatively around the first 15 days of the month of December.
And we stick to that word convention because that was carefully mentioned by the Chief Election Commissioner. Pallavi, As far as the Congress is concerned in these elections, we are seeing a lot of confusion on ground in Gujarat. Their working president, Hardik Patel, joined the BJP just few weeks back. Are you one of those who will say that this is a one-horse race at the moment in Gujarat?
Well, as a political reporter, I'm not going to be making any kind of a speculation. I can only analyze and assess the ground situation. It's in stark contrast to the Congress's strategy of the last election campaign. It was, it was big bang strategy, very aggressive. We saw Rahul Gandhi, and I remember I followed him also crisscrossing the state, and there was this trio. I mean, he was picking up Alpesh Thakur, Jignesh Mewani, Hardik Patel, and there was a momentum to the Congress's campaign, which is why they did put up a very, very good fight. I think everything which went wrong for the Congress was that one comment against the Prime Minister, which Mr. Manishankar Iyer made when he called him a neech admi. And we know how the BJP used it to their advantage. Gujarati Asmita, personal attack on the Prime Minister, that never works against the BJP. In fact, that helps the BJP. And that's where the Congress's house crumbled. Yet, I think they put up a very good fight. But this time round, certainly they seem to be kind of very dispirited. Maybe it's possibility. I think the reason one mainly is much of the focus is on the Bharat Jodo Yatra. The Yatra is not going to be touching upon any of the pole-bound states, neither Himachal Pradesh nor Gujarat. Even though Rahul Gandhi is going to be coming pretty close to Gujarat, no detours are taking place. As of now, no plans of campaigns by Rahul Gandhi. In Himachal, where the Congress is having a whiff of a victory, we are seeing Priyanka Gandhi Vadra leading the campaign. 2 rallies done, more expected to be done. Maybe they're going to take a little bit of focus on Gujarat post the polling ends in Himachal, but I think by then, Mara, it will be already a little bit too late. What hurts the Congress the most is always alternatives which come up to anti-BJP. Whether it was in Bengal, the Trinamool Congress decimated the Congress, down south, TRS, YSR, and in Gujarat. A party which put up a fight against the BJP last time round, and a good fight, came number 2, has this time round been reduced to a number 3, despite the fact that the Congress insists that we are doing a silent campaign. But clearly AAP has eaten into the vote bank of the Congress party.
Well, is the Aam Aadmi Party trying to do what it did in Punjab in 2017 and reap the benefits in 2022? Are they trying to perhaps invest now in 2022 and to reap going forward in 2027? Where does the Congress stand amidst all of this? Sharin is also live with us. We've got Arunima, we've got Siddhant. There is lots that is happening on ground. We'll try and go across to our reporters and try and get more information. More importantly, within the BJP, is the BJP itself responsible for how it performs? Let's try and look at this. What's happening? What happened in the past? And where is it that they would want to be in the future going forward? What's the target that's been set? Now, this is what happened. The BJP just about barely got to 99, less than 100. It was a shocker that came about. Many thought that it's going to be a mega upset. But it was the Prime Minister, perhaps, who single-handedly swayed things towards the end. And that flight, that seaplane that took over, that's where perhaps the final 2 days, final 48 hours, perhaps it changed and the BJP got up to about 99 and getting that majority which is required in that House of 182. But this time around, the mission is to ensure that the opposition remains in single digits. That's perhaps the diktat that's gone out from the top leadership, the Prime Minister himself. And Maria, you will know that this 99 is not acceptable. What they want is nothing less than 150, 160 perhaps. That's the target that's been set. Yes. And the Prime Minister's shift, the entire shift of government, change of government, Rupani going out, Patel coming in, Harsh Sanghvi, a youngster made MOS home, all of that 18 months from polls was with the intention that there is no anti-incumbency.
And then, as Amit Shah famously says, चुनाव स्पष्टता से लड़ा जाता है और चुनाव का लक्ष्य जीत होता है. That is quintessential BJP. They have put in all their might in this election. This is the home state of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is the state where he talked about Gujarati Asmita. This is the state. The Gujarat model is what he shared with the rest of the country.
Let's get this number. This 77 of the Congress. Now, Shivani is there on the magic wall. Zaka is off, bringing up a surprise for us later this evening. And that's going to come from the south of the country. I'll say that. But you're on the wall. We'll come to you on the wall. And let's try and quickly look at what you have set up for us. This 77, how much of it will now swing back to the BJP now that there is no Patidar? The person leading the Patidar itself has shifted camps and come in. There is no Congress settled There is an Aam Aadmi party coming in, but how much of a dent are they going to be able to
So
make?
let me just chart out the journey for the BJP, and why we're talking about the BJP primarily in Gujarat is because this is the 2012 Vidhan Sabha Assembly results. And in 2012, the BJP won 115 of the 182 seats. You see the map. It is, of course, a lot of orange, and they won nearly 48% of the seats in the state of Gujarat.
The spread also, if you were to see, going back on that spread, it's quite even except for this portion which is largely the Congress belt, right?
Yeah, so the tribal Adivasi belt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll come to that in just a bit. But the journey from 2012 to 2017, you see the stark change that happened for the BJP. And that was the shock that we're all talking about. You see, of course, a much larger print of the blue. That's also because these are the larger rural seats. And of course, the BJP managed to hold on to their urban pockets. Those are the smaller seats. But they came down to 99. The vote percentage was still pretty high though, right? We have to just focus on the fact that the rural seats perhaps made the difference for the Congress here, but the Congress fell short. I want to bring in the 2019 Lok Sabha election results. Of course, Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha very different. Here, of course, it's an absolute sea of orange. So that though, whether it will be a factor here or not, we don't really want to extrapolate that. But now let's go across to the Patidar dominated factor that you talked about. Even if you look at 2017 results of the Patidar dominated seats, the BJP won 22 of the 39 of them.
Correct.
So was that factor as big, first of all, as it was made out to be? And does that factor exist now? Absolutely not. As you said, Hardik Patel has already moved to the BJP.
Yes.
That agitation is not there.
Yes, and last time around there were three factors.
Yeah.
Hardik Patel, Jignesh Mevani and Alpesh Thakur.
You
And all of three of them technically
are reduced to either. Nobody was not happy.
Yeah, so let me just go to the magic wall for the Alpesh Thakur factor as well. Again, here, the Congress managed to do better. So if there are 30 seats that had the Alpesh Thakur factor, the Congress won 17 of them, the BJP won 13 of them. Could you say that it benefited the Congress vastly? Possibly not.
No, it's the vote share. If you
It's
look
the
at
vote share is
if you look at, say, if
Yes.
it's 45%
Yes.
for the BJP, it's 46% for the Congress. The same thing with the Patidars. And the Patidars, we've looked at the concentration on the where the Patidar dominated seats. But the Patidar votes could have been spread all across Gujarat, where it could have helped the Congress party in 2017 when they got those 77 seats.
This is the Hardik Patel factor as well. Now he's in the BJP. That factor doesn't exist in the same mold. But you have 39 of these seats, which could be seen as the Hardik Patel dominated factors, dominated seats. The BJP won 22 of them with a vote share of 51%.
And interestingly, Shivani, I'll tell you this anecdote. In 2017, again, I was covering this election, and at that time, there was this entire narrative that there is a lot of anger in Surat.
I was in Surat actually.
So in Surat, there was a lot of anger. At that time, late Mr. Arun Jaitley was in charge of Gujarat for the BJP. He parked himself in Surat. Because the notebandi had just happened, so there was a lot of anticipation.
There was a GST factor also.
There was the GST factor as well, right? So that is what the BJP is doing. So what we are being told by sources in the party is, and we have seen in the last few months, top ministers, top leaders of the party have been in and out of the state. They have been concentrating on pockets which can go wrong. Concentrating on pockets where there can be some simmering anger. And is there really a factor then? You know, that's what I'm saying.
So Surat,
yes,
the civic body polls, Aam Aadmi party swept because there was also a mass movement of the Congress leadership into AAP, and AAP got those windfall, and they themselves got surprised ki kaise jeet gaye.
So see, I can't show you anything for the Aam Aadmi party on my magic wall because that's the new entrant as far as this battle is concerned. But I just want to show you the urban factor here as well, because that's always a big issue when it comes to Gujarat, rural and urban pockets. So you look at the 2017 results of urban pockets, 53 seats, the BJP won 44 of them. They would want to, Maria, ideally retain all of this and add maybe a little bit more, because 2017 factors are a little bit different than 2022. But if we were to just quickly look at possibly the rural rural seats as well, this is where most of the Congress's gain came from. Can they retain this gain?
If you look at
53 out of the 98 seats, can they retain this gain with a vote share of 43? BJP is still higher in vote share with 45. That's the big battle.
2017 to 2012, same rural pocket. If you just click on 2012, now what was the gain for the Congress party? The Congress party,
from
41% vote share.
From 46 seats, they've gone to 53.
53, and the vote share goes up by about 1.5%. If you look at the vote share goes for the Congress up from 41.38.
These are as big gains as the Congress could hope to make in Gujarat. They couldn't quite form the government, couldn't quite capitalize. That's the big failing of the
Pallavi
Congress
Ghosh is on with us. Pallavi, Whereabouts is there a dissonance for the BJP this time? Or from the Gram Panchayat upwards, they have ensured that there is nothing short of 150 this time? That seems to be the target that's been set.
Yes, if you're talking about the BJP, yes, certainly. And the thing is that the BJP's way of working on elections is in stark contrast, I would say, to many other political parties, particularly the Congress party. Whether it's a municipal elections, a local elections, state elections, each of them is fought on. And, for those who are saying that the BJP has nothing to worry about in Gujarat, but, they are not going to be caught napping. They're not going to be complacent about the factor. But I would also like to draw attention very quickly to one comment which was made by the Prime Minister recently when he was in Gujarat, when he actually said, don't underestimate the Congress party, wo log chupchap apna prachar kar rahe hain. The reason is very simple. That was a very shrewd comment which I think came in because the anti-BJP votes gets divided. That's exactly what the BJP's calculation would be. Not just consolidated with the AAP, you work it and in such a way you give this perception out to the voters that the Congress is still in the race. This is where the thing happens with the Congress party.
But it is also about booth presence.
No?
Pallavi, if you were to see every political party, no matter how much of hawa you want to make on media, the point is on ground, how many booths are you present? So is the Aam Aadmi party present in the number of booths that the Congress party will be present, which has predominantly been there as a principal opposition over 25 years? So that is also there. And for the BJP, what is their Achilles heel this time? Last time around, everybody thought that the Patidar agitation will be their Achilles heel. This time around, what's their Achilles heel this time? Or are there no chinks in the armor?
No, I don't think Patel, yes, the Patidar Patel agitation was something which really went a dent into that area. I also would say the tribal votes worked in the favor of the Congress party last time round, which is why Rahul Gandhi was concentrating his bus yatra, which we were all following, largely as far as the tribal belt is concerned, the rural area is concerned. This time round, the BJP's, much of its programs, Prime Minister's programs, has been focused on tribal development, on the woman vote bank factor, of course, which matters a lot in the rural areas, gaon mein, those kind of development projects. You're right about the booth factor, but let's not also forget, the Congress at this point of time, a dispirited Congress party also starts losing its hold over the booth. At the end of the day, you have a strong presence in the booth.
Pallavi, just hold your thoughts. We'll come back to the tribal belt and we'll talk about the tribal and the absence of Rahul Gandhi this time around in terms of campaigning. Is that another game plan? We'll get into all of that in just a bit. We've got news coming in from the BJP camp where there is a high-level meeting that's happening. It's in the presence of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. We've got the CK Patil, Bhupendra Patel, all of them present there at this point. They have 4,340 aspirants, over 182 seats. The first 40 constituencies perhaps are being discussed at the moment. Who is going to have a vote and an opinion? Is it going to be what Mr. Patil decides, or is it going to be an influence of Amit Shah, or has it already been decided by somebody else altogether?
The way BJP functions is that they would have got multiple surveys from the same constituency. So 3 or 4 sets of surveys. One that Mr. Shah does and his team does on the same constituency. One that is done by the Prime Minister's team, another by C.R. Patil's team, and by the BJP. So for one constituency, there are 4 to 5 surveys that are done, and then only the name of the candidate is decided. It's not who is close to whom. That is no priority that is given.
There is also the Sangh feedback that will also come on ground. Siddhant is joining us with more. Yes, Siddhant, how long has this meeting been going on now?
Well, this meeting has just started, Anand. In fact, we have been told that 47 constituencies will be discussed today, and there are in total 4,340 aspirants for 182 seats. So these constituencies also includes constituencies from Rajkot, Morbi, Narmada, Tapi, Valsad, Dang, Porbandar. And in fact, for next 3 days, Home Minister is going to camp at Kamlam headquarters of Gandhinagar. And this core group election committee, which was formed in Gujarat, it was reconstituted after C.R. Patil was made the party president here. And it also includes former Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, Bhupendra Patel, and other senior leaders from the Gujarat BJP. So as Maria was highlighting, highlighting that there have been multiple surveys done. Even the teams of observers were on ground, and the names are going to be put up in the meeting, and after the discussion, the names are going to be finalized. Now, the final list at the state level will be prepared after 3 days, and then that list will be presented before the Central Parliamentary Board, the Central Election Committee, and from there the final approval will come and the names of the candidates will be announced.
Right, Siddhant, stay